Hear ye, hear ye. The court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Scutchell will be presiding. We will hear the case of the state of Georgia versus the Queen's stepmother, who is accused of 1 aggravated assault, 2 criminal trespass, and 3 conspiracy and attempted murder. Would the defendant please stand?
Do you understand the charges against you?
Yes.
And do you have legal representation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this trial will now begin. Prosecution, you may start with opening statements.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today we will prove that the Queen is guilty of aggravated assault, criminal trespassing, conspiracy, and attempted murder. Many witnesses will say things that will prove the Queen is guilty. The Queen was not invited to the house of the duel. She poisoned all the weapons that she used. She tried to choke the princess with laces. Also, she was mad about Snow White being more fair than her. Today we will prove that the Queen is guilty of the charges stated.
Thank you. Defense.
Come on, jury. The Queen did not kill Snow White because there's no evidence. Snow White's still alive and unhurt. There's no evidence that she even entered the house. Snow White was not killed by her, and she was never seen on the crime scene. She never plotted or even threatened to kill Snow White. So, jury, I would like to know, is there any evidence that she did this? Thank you for your time.
Prosecution, you can call your first witness.
We would like to call the huntsman, Evan.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do.
What did the Queen ask you to do?
Take Snow White in the forest and kill her.
Why?
Because she didn't like Snow White.
Is she a kind woman?
Objection, leading a witness.
Sustained. You need to reword your question.
Did you kill Snow White?
No.
Do you have anything further? No. Okay, thanks. You can have a seat. Defense?
Did you kill Snow White?
No.
Did you leave her to die in the forest?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, you may call your next witness.
We would like to call Snow White. No, the King was.
King Mason.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I did.
Was there anything suspicious in your castle when the crime happened?
No.
No further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense?
Was the Queen ever jealous of Snow White?
Yes.
Did she ever yell about Snow White?
Mm-hmm.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, you may call your next witness.
Princess Leia.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
choke you with laces?
Yes.
Did the queen give you a poisonous apple?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled.
Did the queen try to poison you by putting a cone in your hair? No further questions.
Thank you. Defense?
How many old ladies came to your house, the Doris house? Did they all have the same voice? Was there anything different about them?
The witness needs to speak up. The court can't hear.
Not really.
Did they have anything in common? What was it?
They sounded the same. Their voice.
No further, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, you can call your next witness.
Prince Colin.
Prosecution, call your next witness.
Prince Colin.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Did you find Snow White in a glass coffin?
Yes.
Do you have any idea who killed her?
No.
Did you see the queen at the marriage?
Yes.
Did she fall on the ground?
Yes.
No further questions.
Thank you. Defense.
You found Snow White in a coffin next to the dwarf's house, correct?
Yes.
Would you, if not hearing the story, would you think that the queen did it?
No.
If you just walked by and saw her, would you think that maybe the dwarfs did it?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, call your next witness.
The dwarf. Which is Jake.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Did you find Snow White dead?
Yes.
How was she killed?
When they're choking into white poison.
Objection, Your Honor, leading the witness.
Overruled, but I do need you to restate your answer. I could not understand you. Would you restate the answer to that question?
She was choked once and then she was poisoned
Okay.
Poisoned by what?
by an apple and a cone.
The queen had an apple, correct?
Yes.
Objection, no evidence stating that the queen ever had an apple.
Sustained.
No further questions.
Thank you. Defense?
Every time you found Snow White, she was by your house.
Yes.
Was Snow White on a coffin near your house?
No.
But did old ladies try to kill Snow White?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, call your next witness.
The queen, which is Emily.
Thank you.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
huntsman to kill Snow White?
Yes.
Why?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled.
Why did you send the huntsman to kill Snow White?
Because I did not mean to. It's just that I did not mean to. It's just because I was really mad at that time.
Okay. And that day the crime happened, where were you going?
I was going for a walk in the woods
Where in the woods?
to the house of the 7 dwarfs
Why did you want to go to the house of the Snow White?
to see if Snow White was there.
Why?
Because I wanted to give her an apple.
Was the apple poisoned?
I did not mean to poison it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense?
Did you ever plot to kill Snow White?
No.
No further questions.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Prosecution, call your next witness.
The prosecution rested in honor.
Thank you. Defense, do you have any witnesses you would like to call?
The defense calls the music teacher.
Okay.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Do you think that Snow White was a perfect girl?
Close, yes.
Do you think the queen would ever have been jealous of her?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes. Have you ever found the queen mean?
No.
Has she ever been mean to you?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Defense, you may call your next witness.
We call the Queen of Midway to the stand.
Thank you.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I do. Did the queen ever tell you that she was the most jealous, at least wanted to kill Snow White, or was it only one time when she was very mad at Snow White for doing something?
Well, she didn't say that, but she did seem very jealous of Snow White.
Do you think jealous enough to kill Snow White?
Not that jealous.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes. Was the queen ever mean to you?
No.
Was she ever jealous of Snow White?
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Defense, do you have any other further witnesses to call?
Yes, ma'am. Snow White's friend, Lauren.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the court and jury in the matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Has the queen, have you ever seen the queen do anything that would make you think that she was jealous of Snow White?
Yes.
Were they jealous enough to try to kill Snow White?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Was Snow White ever scared?
No.
Was the queen ever mean to Snow White?
Yes.
No further questions.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. Defense, do you have any further witnesses?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
The defense rest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Prosecution closing statements.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today we have proved the queen without a shadow of doubt is charges: conspiracy and attempted murder, aggravated assault, and criminal trespass. The witnesses we have called have been unanimous that the Queen is guilty. The Queen walked on the dwarf's property without being invited. She had weapons that were poisoned to kill Snow White. She also sent a huntsman to kill Snow White and take her heart out as proof. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for paying attention during the case of Georgia versus the Queen. Our spectator.
Thank you. Defense?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, after hearing this, how do you know that the Queen was never seen on the crime scene? She was never said to have killed Snow White and was never jealous enough to kill Snow White. She was jealous, but not that jealous.
Thank you very much. This court will now stand in recess.